Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is SW Show, and today I want us to talk about how cultural background influences communication styles in Kenya. Remember, our country is culturally diverse with over 40 ethnic groups, each group having their own language. This influences how people speak, how they listen, and how they interact with others. Kenya, being multilingual, you'll find that some people use Kiswahili, others will be speaking in English, and others will use their mother tongue languages. Cultural background influences the preferred language that you want to use, the language that you prefer using, maybe when you're having a conversation with others. It also influences the choice of words, the words that you'll be using in your conversation. Again, it influences the accent as you speak and the pronunciation of different words. And again, you find in some communities that they use direct communication. Communities like the Luyas use direct communication while they're giving their opinions. They give their opinions directly about something, unlike the Kikuyus, the Kambas, and the Kalenjin, who will use indirect language while giving, or indirect communication while giving their opinions, maybe to avoid being disrespectful or to avoid confrontation. Whether the language or whether the use of communication is direct or indirect communication, this affects negotiations, and it influences how people resolve conflicts because of the use of direct or indirect communication. Again, cultural background influences how different people are addressed. This is according to their age, according to their authority or the power. You find that the elders, the leaders, and the community authority figures are more respected, especially when it comes to the younger people. Addressing them, they may use some speak softly, or maybe they use respectful greetings to them, and maybe at times they are not even, they may avoid interrupting as the elders are having conversations, and again they may wait to be invited into conversations. Unlike the urban youth, which have been shaped by the modern ways, who use casually language, or they are so casual in their communication, and this may seem disrespectful to the elders who expect them to be more of respect, and when it comes to their communication. Again, the elders use parables, proverbs when they are giving certain topics, or when they are teaching the young. Maybe this is advice when they are giving their wisdom to the young, or they are passing their wisdom to the young. This day when they use the parables, the proverbs, and this is highly used, and it's the culture accepts them as morally right. The parables that they use, maybe sometimes when criticizing on something, they'll tell a story about something so that they can criticize, or maybe to teach, especially when they are teaching the young on how to behave or how to conduct themselves. Again, use of non-verbal and verbal cues. That is, you find in some communities, some different signs means different things. That you find in some communities, if you do this, you know, some communities will tell you you're not thinking, others they'll say you are thinking, others will say different ways, because different communities have different signs. Again, you find some communities will allow you to maintain eye contact when you're having a conversation with somebody, especially when it comes to the young and the elders. Then you find in some communities, the young people are expected to maintain eye contact with the elders. That is a show of confidence, that they prove they are confident enough to listen and to talk with them. But when it comes to other communities, you find that if you maintain eye contact with the elders, it may seem disrespectful. Again, you may maintain eye contact maybe with even your parents, and they are addressing you, and it may seem disrespectful, or they may view it as lack of respect to your elders. Again, that is use of the maintaining of eye contact. But when it comes to generally to the much for listening to me. Thank you so much for being with me. Let us hear in the comments whether you have any other cultural background in a way that it affects communication styles in Kenya. Let us meet next time. God bless you. Thank you much for listening to me. Thank you so much for being with me. Let us hear in the comments whether you have any other cultural background in a way that it affects communication styles in Kenya. Let's meet next time. God